Okay, guys, to start this week's spelling test, your first word is juxtaposition. What the fun fact about me? I am not a child. I didn't know how else to start this video. Elementary school, or primary school if you're not from the US. I'm a very sentimental person, so I'll catch myself reminiscing about my favorite memories, which will occasionally lead me to remembering some random moments in my life from back then. Specifically, stuff from elementary school that I entirely forgotten about up until recently. And I bet you have too. Like reading logs. I saw an Instagram post like years ago talking about how reading logs is where they learned what lying was. And I completely agree. I was one of those kids that didn't enjoy reading because it would be forced on me by my parents and teachers. Don't get me wrong, I love the idea of reading, being transported into a new world filled with interesting characters, cozy at home on a gloomy day with a good book, a warm blanket, and a creamy pumpkin bisque.
Give me some damn pumpkin brisk!
But you can do literally all of those things with any other form of media. My favorite example is Daredevil. I have no joke watched this show probably about 4 times. I get the whole point of making students read books is to educate them on advanced vocabulary as well as the structure of storytelling. The protagonist, the antagonist, the rising action, the climax, the falling action, the resolution. I get it. But films and shows do the exact same thing. My reality of reading consisted of my school forcing us to write essays on some random book they found at the school library, and getting yelled at by my parents because I preferred to read comic books. So when school started giving us reading logs, yeah, that was the last straw for me. Wow, Michael, you read all this? Yeah, sure. Let's go back to that comic book thing for a minute. It frustrates the hell out of me when someone tries to tell me that comic books aren't literature. They both tell stories through writing, one just has artwork in it. So being told, Michael, you have to read real books. Whoo! You're lucky the jogathon is today, so I can use all my anger in that. Did your school have a jogathon? The jogathon was basically this school-wide event where all the classes would go out to the field and they had their own little circle, and we'd run around it for like an hour. Apparently it was for fundraising, but I don't know how a bunch of kids running in circles raised money. I don't know, it wasn't important to me. What was important was winning. It wasn't a competition. At least the way my elementary school did it, it wasn't a competition. But I didn't know that. I walked out on that field like Verstappen jumping into the car. I was ready to dust these scrubs. And I did! The way it was set up, we'd stand at the start line, our teacher would blow her whistle, and we'd start running. And every time we passed her, she'd hold out her hand and we would give her a high five as we ran by. And in my little kid mind, I thought that was the point system and not just our teacher giving us a little support. So my thought process through that entire event was, if I get the most amount of laps, I'll win. They had break areas off to the side where they had like little Rice Krispie treats and Kool-Aid jammer pouches. And every time I would rest, I would watch my classmates put in laps. Alright, back at it. Let's go. Let's get it. And then afterwards, we'd go back inside and continue the school day. We'd have like a spelling test or something, or oh my god, or those 100 math problems and 3-minute tests. Those used to stress me out so hard. The way those worked, they were divided into 4 levels. So like level 1 would be addition, level 2 is subtraction, level 3 multiplication, and 4 division. I was only able to get to level 2. Listen, okay, the problem wasn't that I couldn't do addition, as we know I was an absolute prodigy, evident in the last video. The problem is that I would see the whole 2-sided page of math problems, and it would dawn upon me that I only have 3 minutes to complete all of these without a calculator. Because as we all know, you're not gonna have a calculator on you every day when you're older. What are you, stupid? I don't know if it was like this for anyone else, but those tests built a small, like, hierarchy amongst my classmates. Because the kids who completed all the levels got to mess around on the computers, playing Run on cool math games, while everyone else took their tests. And even then, some people would be like, you're still on subtraction? I'm already on multiplication. Shut up, Eric. Nobody asked you. You're not even done with all the levels either, so what are you hassling me for? Meet me on the spelling test with the word birthday, you dweeb. Those brought out a different devil in me, man. Happy New Year, everyone. I just wanted to get on here and say thank you so much for all the support on the last video. It got so many more comments, and we broke 100 subscribers. Woo! Yeah! I think as it stands, we are at 110. Triple digits, baby! Woo! Starting this new year off right. Thank you so much, and I hope you guys have an incredible start to the new year. Goodbye!